Hi everyone, thanks for tuning into my channel. I'm Kidest. This video we're going to talk about how to focus on your intentions. So when it comes to setting intentions, when it comes to being a deliberate creator and co-creating the experiences that you want, the initial tendency is to, write out and define everything that you want to experience in all areas of your life and create this big narrative, create this big story of the ultimate picture that you want to have as your life experience. And while that is a useful approach initially to sort of articulate and connect to, the big picture for your life, the big dream that you have, the ultimate experiences that you want to have, while it's useful to tap into and articulate that, when it comes to your day-to-day experience, you want to actually hone in on your top 3 intentions, for instance. So you can start with any number of intentions that feel good to you to focus on, whether you want to focus on 1 or 2 or 3. You want to keep that set of intentions that you give your daily attention to a maximum of 3. So you can feel for what's in your focus capacity. Does it feel good to you to just focus on 1 for a month or so? Does it feel good to you to focus on your top 2 or your top 3? And just sort of narrow down that big picture and that long list of intentions to just a few top points of focus. And there's a number of reasons why this is important to do. Firstly, it allows you to really create a concentrated flow of energy, a concentrated flow of your attention, your daily focus, your daily sort of internally aligned activity in a given direction in a concentrated way on those few, important intentions that you've identified. And that is really useful because the more energy you flow in a given direction, the more access you have to movement and momentum, which is what you want when it comes to manifesting your experiences. You want to achieve that forward flowing momentum in the direction of your fulfillment. And if you have, a list of 20 things that you're focusing on, you're not going to be able to achieve that accelerated movement towards your fulfillment in the same way that you would when you've just focused on a few intentions. So the first reason is to create that concentrated beam of focus, that laser-like focus on the thing that you want. And what happens when you do that is you start accessing all the things that you sort of have to align and put in place and create space for that given intention in a way that it allows you to integrate the downward flow of manifestation more easily into your experience. When you set an intention, initially you may not know how it's going to fit into your life when it manifests. You're not going to know what limiting beliefs you may have going on, what resistance you're going to have to clear. So all of that starts to come to the surface of your awareness for integration, for release and the like when you're creating that concentrated focus. And that's what you want. You want energy to move as it relates to that intention. You want your internal alignment and external actions to all be creating that movement toward fulfillment for you. So it's really important to just choose your, top 2, top 3, or number 1 priority and give that consistent focus. The second thing that this accomplishes is that it really allows you to move into a state of integration neurologically and physiologically as it relates to that intention. So when you're consistently focusing on that 1 or 2 intention, you start to get really good at, running your psychology and running your physiology in a way that you are consistently aligned to that intention, to your top 3 intentions, or whatever number you've chosen. And the really useful thing about this is that internal integration, that internal alignment really allows your neurology to crystallize the networks of neurons that you're forming when you're creating new intentions. Anytime you set a new intention, you're also initiating a new process of learning, a new process of exploring a new territory of experience. And that takes neurological effort, just as it takes energetic effort. It does take neurological effort to move into new experiences. So when you create that focused attention in just a couple of areas of your life, and just 1 or 2 or 3 intentions, you're really giving your nervous system, your body, your mind, your brain time to acclimate to the changes, time to settle into the changes, and time to form the sort of neurophysiological structures that you need to actualize that new experience. So it's important on many levels. It's important for your momentum. It's important for your neurological and physiological integration. And it's also important for your state of balance, for your state of being able to move into states of activity and states of rest in alignment with your manifestation rhythm in a way that best supports the fulfillment of those top 2 or 3 intentions. So if you have a long list, what you want to do is take a look at that long list of intentions and choose your top 3. What's really important to you for your life right now? What's really that thing that you really want to experience? And give, those 1, 2, or 3 intentions your total focus. Doesn't mean you can't come back to the other intentions. It doesn't mean that you're going to forget about the other intentions. It just means you're going to prioritize your point of focus, and you're going to deliberately and effectively flow your energy, your creative power, your vital force in the most effective way that you can, by focusing on just a few of your intentions from your long list of intentions. And the really great thing about this approach is that when you go about it in this way, some of the other intentions you have may get fulfilled in the process of these 1 or 2 that you're focusing on. Or as you move into fulfillment in your top 3, you may realize that some of the ones that you had thought were important to you aren't really that important to you anymore. So as you evolve forward, as you move into the manifestation experience of your top 3 or your top 2, you might reprioritize the other things on your list, and that's okay. This is part of the changing landscape of deliberate creation, in that when you focus on the things that most excite you, when you focus on the things that most energize you, that feel the most important to you, the other things have a way of falling into their rightful places as well. So it's the best use of your attention. It's the best use of your focus. It's the best use of your time. It's the best use of your creative power to choose just one of those, 1, 2, or 3 intentions that are most important to you, and give those your undivided attention. And when you do that, you will see just how powerful of a focuser of energy and consciousness that you are when you have just that small container to fill with your creativity, with your intelligence, with your ingenuity, with your strategic intelligence. When you have just a small container to exercise all of those skills toward, the manifestation journey is much easier. Your energy isn't diffused, your energy isn't scattered, you aren't popping in and out of alignment over, a wide variety of topics. You're focused, and that focus is what you're after. So take a look at your list of intentions, feel into the most important ones and prioritize, and choose a maximum of 3.